Hello, darlings. I am Cassandra George Sturgis. Welcome to my channel, Authentic Beauty Handmade Dolls and Crafts. In this video, I am going to show you how I sculpt the noses for my cloth dolls. I am so excited. If you enjoy crafts and DIYs and making cloth dolls step by step, please subscribe to my channel now. Before we get started, I'm sorry, I'm breaking into a sweat. These are shaka dolls. Both of them are shakas, but when you make a cloth doll, they never look the same. And I think in the previous, maybe not the previous, yeah, in the previous video, I showed you how to make their heads. And you see, even though her nose was like a little bit pointier, her nose is, wait, get my mixed up with the camera, is her head is a little bit broader. And I think her face may be a little bit more masculine, but you know what? I love them. I do. I'm sorry. Let me get you guys back in focus. Here we go. So I hope you enjoy this tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. Greetings, darlings. In this video, I want to go over with you how to sculpt a doll's nose. There are so many methods and so many ways, but I want to tell you everything that I know, pretty much I taught myself, and I made a lot of trial and errors. And the thing is, I think now that I think back, there are no trial and errors. When you're making dolls, it's really an artistic expression of your soul. So with that being said, I want to share with you some of the things that I learned from my doll journey. Some of the most important factors that will determine what type of doll nose you have is the type of fabric you use and how you choose to draw the doll's nose. So in the patterns that I created, one of my dolls have like a nose that goes up a little bit, like a upturned nose. Even though this is a very small point, trust me, it does matter. And here I have, it's more of like a slight C, just a slight. If you're trying to make an African American nose, like which was really my goal, I found that this, for me, with a two-way stretch fabric, this little slight C works best. When I want a more of a like a little pointy nose, not a big pointy nose, but kind of a, you know, little upturned nose, or just a sharper nose, this point tends to work for me. So, and when you sew those things, when you sew those noses, you have to really make sure that you hit the curves nicely, because when I have made a mistake on those curves, it actually affects how my cloth doll nose turns out. So when I'm drawing my nose, I just want you to keep in mind, because one of the things I hope to share with you is for you to find the doll maker in you. Like, we all have different things that we like, different styles. So don't copy anybody. Just look to them for inspiration. So you will take something from me that I may do particularly well, that you enjoy, and you'll find something from another doll maker that you really like. But we did not create the human form and the human body. So at the end of the day, you know, we're all just making the human body. So for me, when I'm making my doll, the profile for my doll, and you will see a lot of doll artists use a lot of techniques. For me, like, this is the forehead. So let me just kind of move this out the way and get comfortable here. So this is the forehead, and I'm just kind of, you know, and this is the nose. And I'm just gonna, for a little cute upturned nose, this is perfect. I'm not using this. And now I'm gonna go down for the chin. And for me, I found that my chin has to go up like this in order for it to work. And then I just want the back of my head and my neck. And let's see, I'm just going to go back a little bit. I'm not trying to do a perfect drawing for this tutorial. I just want to show you. So this type of nose here is going to create this doll. You can see this, okay? And we're going to sculpt it in just a second. I hope this is, oh, there we go. There's my lighting. I'm gonna go and see if I got one more. There we go. One more setting. So can you see the point here? Come on, camera. There we go. There we go. Sorry, my equipment is not up to par just yet. So this would create this type of nose. And then you see I'm going up here just like that. I want a little bit of space for my eyes. I'll literally just kind of draw my face out a little bit. So this is where my mouth is going to go. Now I should have probably made a bigger chin, a longer chin for this doll. But if I was going to use this, I would probably, you know, just keep coming up a little bit more here. But I don't want us to get lost on other factors because I want to stay focused on creating the nose. So if you want like a broader nose, like a more, I call it like Monique, I don't know if you know, Monique or Oprah Winfrey nose, which I'll spend so much time trying to make. What you're going to do is when you get down here, just barely go bloop. Wait, that's still a little too sharp, so let me just erase this, and we're gonna go a little like that. Oh, here we go. Here's that C. I find that this C without the point is really kind of better. It's better for making a more traditional African American nose. So this doll is, oh my god, I'm so excited about this nose. You see how it's a little, I don't, in our society, you know, like with the Bratz dolls, people take off the dolls' noses or make them extremely small. I don't particularly find that attractive. I find the human being in all shapes and, you know, and I find it amusing. So anyway, so this nose is a lot bigger than the other nose. So just remember, when you're trying to make a broader nose, make a C, you're going to need a stretchy fabric, and it's just going to come out like this. Now if you're going to make a European nose for your cloth doll, what you really want to pay attention to here is the bridge, and you want the bridge to come out like this. Now maybe not that far, but something just like that. Oh, there we go. This will give you a nice, and I'm gonna go down a little bit, European, sorry about my little pencil here, but this is going to give you a European type nose for your cloth doll. And this would be a beauty. I can tell. So you see the point here. So the point when you draw the doll, when you create your cloth doll's profile, is going to affect what the doll's nose is going to look like. And this would make a really nice European doll. And I would start stitching, sorry about that, and I would start stitching right here. I would sculpt the nose here. I want to keep this for future reference. But yeah, so this is nice. And that's really the secret to how the cloth doll is going to turn out. It depends on how you sew and draw the profile and the type of fabric you use. I like a two-way stretch. If you like a cotton without a stretch, there's some other patterns for that we'll probably go over in another video. It's not my favorite, but because I want to focus on cloth doll making in this on my channel, I'm just going to go over a variety of techniques just for fun. But this is the basic process. And so now we're going to go ahead and get started. Also, the needles that I prefer to use for sculpting my doll nose with the two-way stretch fabric are the soft sculpture doll needles. Let me get a good shot here. And the reason I prefer these needles is because they are thin and strong, and they're long enough to get into those little nooks and crannies that are necessary when you're making your doll. Now there are other doll needles that come in a pack. I couldn't find the package, but this is listen, you see how thick this needle is? Now I like the strength of this needle. Is not, let me get it like that focus in here. This is a really nice strong needle, but the problem with it is that the diameter is so round that it would put holes in your fabric, and the thread, it would actually rip the doll's face, or rip, you don't want a needle this big unless you have a really nice heavy fabric that can take a whole of the size that this would make. So I like the fact that it doesn't bend. But again, and I see these all the time at a variety of stores, and they come in a pack. But the skinnier, it's almost like this needle is skinny and strong, but they do bend a lot. So that's another problem with it. It's strong enough for this, but you'll find yourself needing to replace them quite a bit. But it's nice and thin so that the holes will be small in your doll's nose. I do want to apologize for my ashy hands, but when you're making cloth dolls, you really need to keep your hands clean. And sometimes I'll try to sneak some Vaseline on there or some lotion, but you know, because I'm on camera and I look back and I'm humiliated. But you know what, guys? I need my doll's face and body to remain very clean. So so this is the doll with the pointy nose, right? So the thing I want you to remember is that before you start to sculpt your doll's nose, you want to find it in your imagination first. So I hope, let's see, can I get a good view here? Oh man, there we go. Okay, so I'm going to play around here with her nose, and I'm going to pinch it a little bit. And so do I see the nose that I want this doll to have? Oh, this is, I stuffed it really good. Yeah, I kind of do. So let's see, I'm still playing around. I don't think I like that particular nose, but I think if I come in like a little bit like this, I think I like this nose. Yeah, I do. So I think I like this nose, and I'm gonna sculpt it, but I have to, but definitely find it first with your fingers and start shaping the cotton, the fiber feel, like just doing this, because it's gonna help you see it. Do I want it to come back more? Now, I don't really want to make a mistake on her because when I'm trying to do the video, I want you to see, but I also need to see. So, yeah, so I'm just going to play with it, and I'm just going to see, can I find the nose that make me, oh, there, I like this nose. I like this nose. And when you find the nose that you really like, you capture it first in your imagination. Just kind of push it like this. And another thing that I forgot to tell you before, another factor that changes the shape of your doll's nose is whether or not you use the pins on the side here. Like this will change the structure of the nostrils. I'll do it sometimes with the pins, sometimes without the pins. It always, I don't know, it just depends on the doll. Like sometimes once I sculpt it, I say, okay, this is it. It's all a feeling to me, and it's going to be a feeling to you because it is an artistic expression of your being. There is no right and wrong way. There is no person who make the perfect doll, which is the illusion I think that Barbie gives. No, where you stop when it feels right to you. So I think I'm just going to start sculpting this nose without the pins on the side, and on the next doll I'll do that. So I'm going to go ahead now, even though everybody has a different way of doing this. Oh my gosh, see, look, her nose is almost formed just from me pinching it, you see? And so now I'm just going to go and capture what I found. So I just want to go like this, and I think I want to go in here because I don't really want the knot to show. So I'm just going to see, can I squeeze up here and get in here? Oh, too far over. I go over this, down some more. That seems like a good spot to me. Alright, I just want the knot to go on the inside. Okay. I'm already in love with her. So I'm just going to go in here. Catch that. Like this. Be very careful. And then I'm going to come back down because I want to capture the nose that I saw. So I'm going in, and I'm going to make a cross or an X. So I'm not going to go back into the exact same spot. I'm going to go over just a little bit. Now I'm going to pull it a little bit. Okay. Now what I want to do is come in like this. And guys, I want you to know, I don't think I've ever made a doll nose the same way. Like what I'm showing you right now, it's just a feeling. This is the way I want to go. I don't know what it's going to look like. I never do it the same way. So most times I start up here and then I go down. But this, I wanted to start at the nostril. So, like I said, I want you to feel comfortable making cloth dolls. You'll be finding your own style. Feeling comfortable with the fabric and the textile to fit, you know, who you are as a person. So, go back and straighten this out. My thread got a little tangled here. Just remind myself to go silent here. Do that. I'm going to come back across like this. Actually, I think I didn't get enough. There we go. I have to do something about this back that I have. I want to strengthen this bridge. So I'm going to go back one more time. See, I went over twice because I wanted to strengthen the bridge there. Now what I want to do is go in here. And I want to go back up. That's a really nice African American nose. Come back in. Then I love this nose. I love it. You see, that is what I call my classic Monique, Oprah making. I'm just gonna go ahead gently remove it. So there are things I can do a little bit different. I really love this nose. I'm going to go up some more and give it a little bit more of a bridge. I think before I do that, another thing I can do, which I'm undecided about, is I don't know if I want to do it or not, is I want to show you something before I commit, because I'm not sure how I feel about it. So you can put pins here. You want to stick the pins like under the fiber field, like that. There's 1, 2, that doesn't even look even to me. I think what I would do is just gotta keep moving it around like this. Move it around. Gotta pay close attention to it. I'm gonna take you. That's getting a little bit of a hole in it if I'm moving it too much. You. Put you right here. That looks good to me. And I can do 1, 2, 3. Let's come over here. I actually like this nose the way it is, to be honest with you. But I want to show you something here. I think that's too far out. Let me move it back. Come back in here. Oops. I think this. So yeah, hope you guys can see that. So this would give the dog an extended type nostril, and like I said, sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't. Like, I actually like this dog's nose the way it is. Let me see. I don't know why I'm struggling with light tonight. Okay, so what we would do is take the thread like this. Now that I've done it, I'm just gonna go ahead and commit, even though I didn't want to do it. So look, I'm going to turn this light on and see if this is going to give you a little bit better. I'm going to take this thread, I'm going to wrap it around here just like that. Try to do something about my mat. Just like this. I'm going to go back in here. Just like this. That's just 2. I like this so much better without it, but I'm just gonna do it. Get it over with. Some more heads over here. See? I'm gonna pull this just like this. Pull it tight. Just like that. And I'll come back around again. Just like this. I'm gonna go back. I like it. Go back in. Try to find a new spot. Because you don't want to put a hole in it. So we're gonna come back in here. But right here. This is good. This is a good spot. Right. All this. See? Just like that. Pull it tight. There we go. The nose is shaping up. I'm gonna go around one last time. And this time I'm gonna go a little bit closer because I wanna move the needle over to the other side. Just like, this is good, I think. Come on a little bit. Be very careful. So we're gonna come in. here. Just like this. And hold on a second. Hope you guys can still see. Oh, perfect. And now I'm going to wrap this around. Stick it right in here. As you can see. Go back out here, make sure this comes around like that. Let's see. I still liked it better the way it was, to be honest with you. But I just wanted to show you this technique. So we're gonna go back, we're gonna pull this like this. Like that. Pull it tight. That looks good to me. So now I got, you see that? Almost broke my nail. I'm trying to make it a little even. One side seem a little bit, but you know what? It's never, to me, it's never perfect. We're gonna go in like this. Here. There we go. How is that? There we go. Right. Now what I'm gonna do is I'll make some little small marks here. Still want the bridge to be a little bit better. So I'm gonna go here. Now I took this out a little bit too far, which I don't like, but it's because I'm trying to do a tutorial and I really couldn't see. But it doesn't, you know, change the process. I just would have had it a lot tighter. That's unnerving me, by the way. Because I'm such a maniac about this kind of stuff. I'm just gonna go under here. So you're taking the needle and you're picking up the fabric like this. I'm just gonna go back in right here. I'm just gonna go back here because I want to have a little bit of a bridge. That scared me. I thought, how did that thread get there? Did I make a mistake and do that? I think that's just going to be a perfect nose in my opinion. That's just my opinion. Then I'm going to take, yeah, and then what we're going to do, as you can see, this can go a little bit tighter. I messed up a little bit, guys, because I'm doing the video, but this is how I would do it, but I would make it. So here's the pleated nose. I'm just going to get a marker. There we go. And I'm going to cover the thread a little bit, and sometimes I can match the color a little bit better. But that is generally just a process on how to sculpt the nose, and like anything else, is one of those things, the more you do it, the better you're going to get at it. And I think most importantly, what you're going to discover is that there are just certain things you're going to like, and nobody else may like it. And it has nothing to do with perfection or what is the best way or who has the best method. You might discover that you like to paint faces. Some doll makers really paint some gorgeous faces. Like some doll makers decide that they don't want to put faces on their dolls because either way they're still beautiful. Their sass in their style and in the way they're posed. So you're going to find something that you love about making cloth dolls. So I hope this cloth doll, this tutorial on how to sculpt a nose for your cloth doll, I hope you find it helpful. If so, please don't forget to like, subscribe, share this video, and I want to thank you so much for watching. This is the second doll's nose that I sculpted, and I just sped it up just so you can see that with this tutorial I use a totally different procedure. I started at the bridge and worked my way down. This tutorial is so long. I didn't want to just, I didn't want it to go on forever, but for those of you who are really interested, and the camera was already, it was already going, and I always want to at least do the best that I can to share. I know there's a doll inside of you who is dying to come to life, and only you can breathe life into her. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.